I am so glad you are here because this is not just another online course you bought during a suspiciously motivated moment at 11:47 p.m. while telling yourself, "This time I'm really going to change my life." We have all been there, no judgment. That version of you still deserves a little applause because you were trying. But this academy is not about collecting more information so it can sit in your digital graveyard next to six unfinished PDFs, three half built Notion boards, and a folder called Business Ideas Final Final. This is about building capability. This is about learning how to think, work, build, sell, and operate differently in a world that is changing very quickly. A one person empire is not about doing everything alone. It is about becoming the kind of person who can direct skills, systems, AI tools, automation, content, offers, and business strategy toward a clear outcome. You are not here to become busier, you are here to become more effective. You are not here to chase every opportunity, you are here to build leverage. And if that feels intimidating, good. That means your nervous system understands that this actually matters. We are not going to shame that fear. We are not going to organize it because fear with no structure becomes overwhelm. Fear with structure becomes power. We are going to talk about what this academy is, who it is for, why it exists, and what it means to build a one person empire in the AI era. This matters because before you start learning skills, building agents, creating offers, writing content, or trying to make money online, you need to understand the game that you are actually playing. A lot of people are trying to build a business while still thinking like someone waiting for permission. They're waiting until they feel ready. They're waiting until they feel like they're enough. They're waiting till they know everything there is to know. They're waiting to have it perfect. The perfect audience, the perfect website, the perfect camera, the perfect morning routine, the perfect moon phase, and possibly the emotional support of a woodland creature. But building does not begin when everything is perfect. Building begins when you decide to take ownership of your direction. This module is your orientation. It is the moment where we say, "This is the world now. This is what is possible, and this is how we're going to start moving through it." For a long time, the dominant model of success looked something like this: get the degree, get the job, climb the ladder, wait to be promoted, hope someone notices your value, trade your time for money, stay loyal to institutions that may or may not stay loyal to you. Now, I'm not saying jobs are bad. Jobs can be very useful. Jobs can provide income, experience, structure, and stability. But the old model told people that their power came from being chosen by a company or boss, a title, or an institution. That is the part we're changing. Because in the old model, you needed a big team to build something serious. You needed capital. You needed permission. You needed connections. You needed luck. Today, those things can still help, but they are no longer the only way. A skilled person with AI, distribution, systems, and a clear offer can create more output than ever before. McKinsey estimated in 2023 that generative AI could add between 2.6 trillion and 4.4 trillion annually in value across the use cases they analyzed. That does not mean AI magically makes everyone rich. Please do not hear that and sprint into this internet selling AI money wizard courses. That is not what we are doing here. What it does mean is that work is changing at a structural level. The people who learn how to use these tools strategically will have a different kind of advantage. The old model was built around permission. The new model rewards capability. The new model is not easier. Let me say that clearly. It is not easier, but it is more open. The new model gives more power to people who are willing to learn, adapt, build, communicate, and use tools intelligently. In the new model, skills matter. AI matters. Systems matter. Strategy matters. Independence matters. Microsoft and LinkedIn's 2024 Work Trend Index reported that 75% of global knowledge workers were using generative AI at work. That tells us something important. AI is not some far off future concept waiting politely in the lobby, it is already inside the workflow. But here's the difference: some people are using AI like a toy, some people are using it like a panic button. Some people are using it like a slightly smarter search engine, and some people are learning how to use it as infrastructure. That is where we are going. A one person empire is not built by randomly asking AI for captions and hoping the algorithm falls in love with you. It is built by combining your judgment, your skills, your experience, your offers, your systems, and your tools into something that can create value repeatedly. That is the new model. One person, unlimited potential, but only if we build it intelligently. So, what exactly is a one person empire? A one person empire is not one person trying to do the work of 20 people while slowly becoming a caffeinated raccoon with invoices. That is not the goal. A one person empire is one person directing leverage. That leverage may include skills, technology, AI assistants, AI agents, automation, templates, content, offers, workflows, contractors, strategic partnerships, or digital products. The key word is directing. You are not trying to become a machine, you are trying to become the architect of the machine. You are the strategist, you are the operator, you are the decision maker, you are the person who decides what matters, what gets built, what gets automated, what gets sold, and what gets improved. This is why the Academy is not just about AI. AI without direction is noise. AI with a clear operator becomes leverage. That is the distinction. You are not replacing your humanity, you are strengthening your ability to create value. You are not here to become busy. Busy is not impressive anymore. Busy can be a hiding place. Busy can be fear wearing a productivity outfit. Busy can make you feel like you are moving when you are really just rearranging the same pile of confusion into a slightly more aesthetic pile. You are here to become effective. You are here to build leverage. You are here to stop chasing every opportunity and start chasing the opportunities that align with your skills, your goals, your market, and the life you actually want. This academy is about independence, capability, and intelligent control, not control in a rigid, anxious way. Control as in, I understand my options. I understand my value. I can build systems. I can learn skills. I can sell ethically. I can create income. I can make better decisions because I am no longer operating from total fog. That is what you are here for. And if part of you is thinking, I don't know if I'm ready for that, I want you to understand something. Readiness is not a personality trait. Readiness is built through action. You become ready by beginning. Inside this academy, you are going to learn how to think like an operator, build useful skills, create irresistible offers, attract attention, sell ethically, deliver with excellence, manage your money, build systems, and eventually scale without turning your life into a prettier cage. This is a skill stack, not a random pile of lessons. A stack. That matters because random learning creates random results. Structured learning creates momentum. You will learn AI foundations, agents, high ticket skills, offer creation, branding, marketing, sales, systems, delivery, money, and scale. Each part builds on the last. The goal is not for you to memorize every concept and become the valedictorian of online business theory. The goal is implementation. Use what you learn, test it, adjust it, build the proof. Because confidence does not come from endlessly thinking about the business. Confidence comes from evidence, and evidence comes from action. The goal of this academy is to help you design a business and life that give you more freedom, impact, financial growth, and time and location independence. Now, let's be grounded. This does not mean you finish Module 1 and suddenly wake up on a balcony in Miami with perfect abs, passive income, and an AI assistant named David handling your inbox while you drink cucumber water. Although, honestly, we support that vision. But real freedom is built. It is built through skills. It is built through systems. It is built through better decisions. It is built through offers that solve real problems. It is built through learning how to communicate value and follow through. The goal is not fantasy, the goal is capacity. Because when your capacity increases, your options increase. And when your options increase, your life starts to feel less like survival and more like design. That is what we are building toward. Let's also be very clear about what this academy is not. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is not a motivational course where I yell, believe in yourself for 7 hours and then leave you alone with a Canva template and emotional confusion. This is not theory for the sake of theory. This is not replacement for action. And it is definitely not a place where we pretend that AI magically removes the need for judgment, taste, effort, ethics, or skill. The one person empire approach is practical. It is ambitious, yes, but it is not delusional. You are going to have to think. You're going to have to practice. You're going to have to make decisions before you feel perfectly ready. You are going to have to build messy first versions, and that is okay. Messy first versions are not failure, they are the raw material of mastery. So, what is this? This is practical. This is actionable. This is results focused. This is built for real life. This is built for the AI era. This academy is designed to help you move from vague ambition to structured execution. Because a lot of talented people are not failing because they are lazy. They are overwhelmed because they do not have a system. They are intimidated because they do not know the next step. They are underpaid because they have not packaged their value clearly. They are invisible because they have not learned how to communicate what they do. They are exhausted because they are trying to carry everything manually. If that sounds familiar to you, I want you to know something. You are not broken, you are not understructured, and structure can be built. That is the good news. Because once you stop turning every challenge into a character flaw, you can start turning it into a design problem. And design problems can be solved. This academy will only work if you do the work. I say that with love. No course can save someone who only wants to consume. But this course can absolutely support someone who is willing to implement. Your commitment is simple: show up, take action, keep building, become the solution. You do not have to be perfect. You do not have to understand every tool immediately. You do not have to know your entire business model today. But you do have to participate in your own transformation. That means doing the action steps even when they feel small, especially when they feel small. Small actions are how you teach your brain, I am someone who follows through. And that matters. Self esteem is not built only by thinking nice thoughts about yourself. Self esteem is built when you keep promises to yourself. We are going to start with small promises and let them compound. Here's how we move through the academy: watch the modules in order, do the action steps, apply immediately, track your progress. This is important because the modules are sequenced intentionally. We start with identity and direction, then we move into AI and agents, then high ticket skills, then offer creation, then brand and marketing, then sales and revenue, then systems and delivery, then money and scale. That order matters. If you skip straight to sales before you know what you offer, you will feel scattered. If you build content before you know your positioning, you will feel invisible. If you automate before you understand the process, you will create a very efficient mess. And we do not need a faster mess. We need a cleaner operating system. So go in order, let the structure support you. Now we get to your first action step. I want you to write one sentence that begins with, my one person empire exists too. That's it. Not a dissertation, not a brand manifesto carved into stone, not a 47-page identity crisis with bullet points. One sentence, for example, my one person empire exists to help small business owners use AI and systems to save time, increase revenue, and operate with more clarity. Or, My one person empire exists to help ambitious professionals turn their skills into independent income through offers, content, and strategic execution. Your sentence can be imperfect. Actually, I expect it to be imperfect. The purpose is not to define your life forever. The purpose is to give your mind a starting point. Clarity evolves through movement, so write the sentence. Then keep it somewhere visible. We are going to let it evolve as you do. This is your time to build the skills, build the systems, build the empire, not because you need to prove your worth. Your worth is not up for debate. You are not building because you are incomplete. You are building because you are capable of more. That distinction matters. We are not using ambition as punishment, we are using ambition as expression. You are allowed to want more freedom. You are allowed to want more income. You are allowed to want more peace. You are allowed to want beautiful things, meaningful work, creative expression, safety, impact, adventure, and a life that actually feels like yours. But desire alone does not build the bridge. Structure builds the bridge. Skill builds the bridge. Systems build the bridge. And step by step, you are going to build it. One person with clarity, skills, and systems can change everything. That is not hype. That is the thesis of this academy. We are living in a time where individuals can access tools, knowledge, distribution, and leverage that previous generations could not have imagined. But tools alone are not enough. The person using the tools matters. Your judgment matters. Your discipline matters. Your taste matters. Your standards matter. Your willingness to keep learning matters. This is not about becoming a soulless productivity machine. It is about becoming a skilled, sovereign, useful, well supported human who can create value in the world without waiting for someone else to hand you permission. Welcome to the movement. Let's build your empire. In the next module, we are going deeper into the new economy of leverage. You will learn why leverage is one of the most important concepts for building income and independence in the AI era. We will talk about skill, leverage, technology, leverage, content, leverage, systems, leverage, relationship, leverage, and AI leverage. But for now, complete your first action step. Write the sentence, "My one person empire exists too." Do not overthink it. Do not try to make it perfect. Just begin. Because your empire begins as a decision. It grows through structure and it compounds through consistency. I will see you in Module 2. Build the skills, build the systems, become the empire.